Hello all. Thank you for the likes and comments on our first video. These comments are really huge for us. This is our second video from Secrets of Programming Beyond Definitions series. So the title of video is More or Less from Problem to Product. In this video, we would like to discuss various concepts and aspects to develop any product or software from the beginning to get that to market. Many of us have many problems and ideas to solve them, but we never dream of those ideas as our own product. Here main problem is lack of knowledge regarding various development platforms, tools and workflows. So let's discuss many of such important aspects in this video. The main motto of this is everyone should know how to convert any idea as a product. Let's start. So today we will explain what is a product, what are different phases or stages in development of any product. A product may have many definitions. Let's not stick to those standards. Let's consider physical products related to electricals or electronics and software products such as applications, tools, games, etc. I remember one popular quote, requirement is the mother of invention. It's true. Whatever may be the product, it starts from our requirement or our problems. So first I would like to discuss various phases in development of any product. All these phases may not be applicable for all products, but here I am taking a standard generic commercial product. As I have already told, products solve our problems. So we start with problem. If we have some problem, we will think new ways to solve that problem. That new way is our idea. Finding new way and getting idea is not sufficient to solve the problem. We have to implement our idea by proper planning. First, we have to observe exact requirements. Then we have to develop the idea as a product. After development, we have to test it and market it. I will explain each step clearly. First, we need clean observation of surrounding for existing issues. If you find any issue or problem, then we have to search for its solution with existing tools or products. If no such products are available in the market, take that problem and think how can you solve that problem and collect all necessary information regarding the problem, like where is the problem, what is it, and what are the triggering points and what are the possible solutions for that. For example, consider a simple control problem. Assume you are facing issues in filling your water tank. In this case, the possible solution may be increase the tank size rapidly and automate the water motor switching action. Once you collect all necessary data regarding the problem, try to collect all possible solutions and then figure out best feasible solution for that problem. This solution is your idea. In our example, the best solution is automation of motor switching action. So our idea is creation of automatic motor controller unit. Once you have your idea, you should know how to proceed further to convert your idea as a product. So first, have a rough plan with basic details like what is the possible end product, what is the target platform, application area, estimated cost and market for your product. In our example, the end product is small electronic controller unit. It can be used with water motors at residential locations and its cost could be below 1000 rupees. Once you have a plan, collect the exact requirements at system level or product level from application area or problem environment. Classify the nature of solution and its physical parameters to compatible with existing environment. Keep in mind, these are the requirements from problem environment side. In our example, we can collect few high-level requirements like electrical parameters like wattage, voltage and current ratings, tank parameters, control basic requirements like when to stop and when to start, all such kind of requirements. After determining the high-level requirements, synthesize these requirements into small low-level requirements. Low-level means we should be very detailed at parameter level or component level. Remember, these are the requirements from solution implementation side. For our example, we have to determine what are the signals or conditions required to control motor actions and also how to start and stop the motor. This architecture level is the technical planning level. Here we have to plan all technical things like exact requirement of electrical components, mechanical parts, electronic components, controller ICs, processors, or other computational digital hardware, embedded software, applications, development tools, and platforms, etc. For our example, we need relays, water level sensors, logic gates, latches, wires, and some mechanical assembly unit. Here we don't need any special applications or software. We need two water sensors, WS1, WS2, one 2-input AND gate, one 2-input NOR gate, one SR flip-flop, and one relay. After planning the architecture, we have to start design and developing the product prototype. The prototype may be virtual or real. Virtual prototypes require simulators like MATLAB, CAD tools. Hardware prototypes are the actual products to be developed. In most of the cases, it may not be possible or feasible to create hardware prototypes, so better to start with virtual prototypes on simulators. Virtual prototyping saves development time as well as development cost. This phase mainly deals with circuit diagrams, logical development, programming, electrical model development, and mechanical modeling. Most of real-time products, embedded in nature, and products require both software and hardware components. For our example, we have to develop complete controller model with logical analysis and physical wiring. Start with sensor signals and derive the relay inputs step by step. Here we have connected all components as shown here. This step is required for virtual prototypes. Simulation provides only functional confidence, but to get complete confidence on functionality and get exact electrical and timing parameters, one should implement the simulated virtual prototype on processors or system on chips or field programmable gate array modules. For FPGA based implementation, we need synthesizers to generate bit stream. For VLSI or IC related products, the GDS files should be sent to fabrication units. Our example is already hardware, so no need to worry about it. Testing is very important for product to check whether the designed product solving the dedicated issue or not. Testing checks the functionality as well as other electrical, mechanical and timing parameters not only after implementation of complete product but also at various phases of development and implementation. Verification and validation are very important phases for commercial product to make confidence and validity to the product. Here we have to deal with all possible corner cases for all the requirements. In our example, we have to check functionality of the designed controller by connecting a model and small water tank. As it's a small application, timing and other physical parameters are not so important. We have to consider alternative functionality of circuit in case of controller hardware failure. We have to provide manual override option to avoid malfunctioning of circuit during failure of controller. In the sense, using MS on, we can switch on motor, and using MS off, we can switch off motor irrespective of controller functionality. If we are planning for bulk productivity of a product, this is very important phase for us. For electronic related products, we have to approach manufacturers of components as well as we require small assembly plank. For software products, security is the main constraint. We have to distribute our product in secured manner to avoid pirates and other hacking techniques. Here, patents will also play a crucial role to control replicated products. In our example, we have to fabricate PCB and mechanical holder, import sensors and digital hardware, then start assembly in bulk. Marketing is much needed for commercial products. We can use advertisements, social media, or we can directly contact the users. This phase completely depends upon the product type and user group nature. We will discuss marketing strategies separately. So these are the various phases in development of any product. So you can follow all applicable phases depending on nature of your product. This is the first part of more or less from problem to product video. If you have any doubts during any phase, reach us by posting a query using link provided in the description. In next parts of this video, let's discuss various tools and target platforms available for product development. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, comment and subscribe our channel.